46,000. Now they are about 43,000. So why do and we free more? Because numbers now electoral commission registration no. And you number be out any part and all kind. And you send 5,000 and one will be on the free so. Say if I can say for sure, are they the real people you are going to put back there? Because say your original, your authentic 5,000. No, be authentic 2,000. No, the fake 2,000. Say the same 5,000.
Aye.
So which of the 5,000 are they now adding to it to get the 48,000?
No. I guess that's a number be that baby that na.
That is it. One problem now. Electoral commission and in alpha on the machine now.
Madi.
But wait, over grammar. I can say, oh, yeah, numbers. We corrected it. But I'm saying that there's no number of figure of electoral processor. A number again. A nipa and represented. It's picked by the verification machine. So how did you get another number to add? And how do you deduct it? How?
Right.
We want to just send this caution. Say, we are not ready for anybody to mess our victory up in 2024. Let's sit up, respect Ghanaians, and work well for Ghana. But if they try to do anything, they will pay the price.
Yeah, you say whatever no. Munina mobile meticulous said or Manebuama appear to have been meticulous no. Now when we are that meticulous,
this time around, they believe and the electoral commission them is not get someone to say. A Juma by a day you know. It is a Juma they expected we are doing for them. In fact, the history of electoral commission, this is the only time our mature press conference that you have so far. So we are meticulous, but they should help our work to be one work. And the mega we can do all these things. Wait, nanka election there and will be declared result. We go court. We go court to go and look at our share. C9.
When you like, I don't go showing.
Okay, C9. 9 no go share with the one who will
grab. Yeah, open-minded. Why?
Oh, offer. I say, this now we can move. My open pant and make a nine. Nanka me and Gameda after me who can make that. But what I mean now, yeah, man for life and everything that we are dealing with. But we are believing that going forward, EC will not publish anything unless all of us agree on the number before we come out. That I believe you support us, Ghanaian will support us on that.
Okay, Madi. Yeah, there was a pa. Right, and you know, Madi Jibril of the National Democratic Congress, Nathan Kano. In the studios, we expect lawyer Apia Dankwa of the Movement for Change, Afra Franto, and then Adele Uma of the National Democratic Congress, Dennis Apia Labi. Of the New Patriotic Party, Osunuko Kroko. 32 years and over of democratic dispensation. Yet the whole kontokwa over registration, especially limited registration. And Dennis, Yamuatanasi. Eh, Neboko, they say, I had derogatory. And do some Bokodi and I also just and there's what people just what that one was okay. And then it's Nyamia Dom, and I also swear.
I do Maraka, Yankoponama at the party.
Why,
Oshe, some the old name so pretty cacrea. Nayane,
yo. 32 years, over 32 years of fourth democratic dispensation. Yet the whole kontokwa over event saying registration, especially a limited registration.
Dedi kan ni se mede nchia sonkro be ma wankasa oti adwomi na machia o producers so before be shen komo na se no me sure say your question is founded on the premise that our democracy and as ye kabi mamen kabi ye no kroma yi no ade a ye ni gye ho ade a ye nyina we believe say no na ye kwan a be boa ma ye pege o man Ghana si o. Now, democracy, too, it comes with a certain environment, and it also comes with some indicators. The Mepache and say democracy and Kabima Minkebuno. If 1917, Eba, a Maya who do be started so one the one whom democracy no. One the one whom democracy ewo mrek ewo suye ene wa hu suo bi a democracy no afadwira ne ho a so ka se obedi Echia, as I you're ready for it. In 32 years of democracy, no, our democracy, near democracy, you find as a young democracy, as a growing democracy, a democracy, a feina ogusua ofefe. If you look at the constitutional provisions, if you look at free press, if you look at human rights, if you look at working institutions, it all boils down to a growing democracy. Sa afani afan we nyina na kabom ne de democracy no. Mani nyina no enye ade a fully baked. We don't start it fully fleshed. It's for me. And as me am it here the biamaka say democracy is the best way for all of us no. Me gidi say ade a enyi nso no ehosuo no bi ne say wo be yem fonso enyi nso en so ni bi ni say ube sua de ube correct errors no entina ye sorry a na ya hye advanced economies, advanced democracies are won edu akire na ye de na toto ho ahwe it ade ye de bia meka che obi an say we need not to despair. The SCN say see egitum say ade na ye no enye ntwa 100%. We've not gotten to perfection. Rather, we are chasing perfection, and in our pursuit of chasing perfection, we catch excellence. Yeah, correct it. Yeah, correct it. Or get to a point that if we so na no, what shall I be? If so, question 92. When you first so a 2 about Ukruma, ebe 96. When you first so 2 about Ukruma, ebe 2000. I be seen there. Or share your institutions, it's a charge, your courts, your free, your press. If you look at the press freedom index. If you look at good governance index, o hwehwe ni nyina be si na ADAKABRI enye ho na ni sam pepenso yi yenyi de esi ye ho ne se ni si ye ho se mfonso nti anade a yesu nti no ye bekum ye ho eni si ye ho se process of learning no ye be sei bibia ya nhwe ya in 3 years time no ye be kwakohwe ye chi no ni ye se ye krampo no o hwe bra ye di now compare yen to aman bia ehunu so won edu akiri na e bia omunya 32 years no menu apanyi na won do some pempenso we e bia na the errors we make now no they were making far deep errors into whereas me gidi pan say errors ni bi o wa e say ni say esi no me gidi so say we have come far and when you MPP when you NDC when you yen nyina na yakabom ana ya hyehye timamofo amanyofo media for amu the fourth estate of our democracy. We have come far. Let us continue putting light on our democracy. Yemfa ehan to mfonso na ye no so ne correct here home. Mimi problem am we nyina anye se obi be hu problem na obeka ho. Sa kasachie inframaja ye nuanom NDC for 3 minutes bia na eka omunko anase omunko aka se mu ne dia asa Ghana ebehye. That has been my problem. Umpo Ghana anshi 92. Umpo 96 Ghana anshi. Umpo 2000 Ghana anshi. Enye nena Ghana ebehye. Untimi so nkan chem said this has been the worst mistakes we've made as a country. We have made mebuna Ghana. Wa ye kodi ye dokuna wi akodi ye pa bi. Ye tare ka ho eye kanesh ni ye kwafo nkodom ensem ebo mpupu chinche yen ye baba betam etuo ne ase kan de ato ye yankum minima. It is a big lie. Mfonso ntina se me hu so ebinum aye kakra na ma kire se menuanom. MPP or NDC or beto Ghana. Mfonso na mo kan wasem we've seen worse. You be correct, you know. And Ghana will come out winners or a winner of this election. I mean 2012 Kroma ni se krono babo. 2012 ni se krono babo. After the elections, everyone or my something was wrong somewhere. And the courts attest to it. Our court identified it and says, "Ampa, bibi enchai Ghana mo." If you Supreme Court table, I remember very, very clearly after the Supreme Court that day when the rumors started going around, say, "Still on Bebuama NDC." We were not happy. We hoped to say, "Anka ye court no, anka ye binya a verdict that favored us." But out of court, we lost by a 5-4 verdict. Yeah, when it's a court case, you know, we just in Ghana because the fact in court, you should be on TV. So at that time, I had no legal studies, but you could see, say something somewhere was wrong with our system. But what did it do to us? We did not get the results we wanted in court. Name as a sound the electoral process. It imagine says that day no. Kufuado Cameron tell him about Gukwemu, Eka se Ghana, si Anani Amana Beshia. Anka Yewaha. Anka we won't have reformed our systems. It is for me, I think that the focus should be how we correct it side by side. Ye na fi yabehwe ekwanya amanyo nankasa ye no, oman na ye chechire no, school adan na ye sisi no, hospitals na ye sisi no oman mu no. Ekwe betimi afa so apagya amana gina wo ye eno ne ade a memani wo ho eno ne ade a mabunu bia obusa ho say okay Mahama na no okasa no former president okasa no say oba TVET system na ye running ni sesi eno da bi obetwa obeka bom okay yemu say ho say sa na bebo oman na yemu say ho say yewura Mahama up to now dey no okafa nursing and teacher training allowance no obo betwa na Yemu say on say capitation kotobe kumi na ode ba Ashanti region ma NHIS etete pansam yes say wada sem na nekoso Ashanti region no oba obekoso sa de ababio ana ne mposo nsam fam babio na de na ewura na do dan kokufado eye wo NHIS no na obeto aso a de na ohun ti a na adwen den asesan. That is what we should be asking ourselves. Yemu say on say Ministry of Education na official handing over notes of Professor Jena na Ejano honum. Omani here very clear say $14 million, $18 million worth of buses na yellow buses na when tuana na nado dan kokufado ne betua ye no. How will she deal with the matter going forward? Sa 3 months pay policy na o chira de o Ghana I say 2 years, 11 months, 18 months. Na ye ba ye si ye betua ka 24 months pe. Professor Jena na meka me entia nkofo oye adwuma oni approval nipa no kura appointment letters no yewura se tekwenso mekasa or say the validation process. A validation process took 2 years. That is what we should be worried about. Yemusi and say okay yewura Dr. Mahmoud Baumia insema okay so ba ye nuanom a sebe or disability kakra no obemu wanya kwan ahokwanya akọ tertiary education free na chese ube free class 6 and class 1 ebeko GSS ebeko SHS ebeko university we nipa ohun dem kakra you get the opportunity to go to school for free. Yemu say won say maybe to say Kumasi airport ana nado danko akufuado ekukuresi hoyi terminal new phase 2 and 3 ekosi ekwan be so be fa so ebetimi afa so manage na ye education ya yetimi achechiri free senior school ama sisi abede ye nsena ho
phase 3 rashas here.
Oh yes. Oh, in fact CEO ne kasa na se minister what ya or say she is expecting the phase 3 to be finished in September. Phase 3 no, she is hoping that it will finish in September. What we are trying to say,
what does the phase 3 entail?
Maybe I remember of phase 3 now. The phase 3 no is looking at an extension of the runway. So we are going to hit the 2000s. That is what the phase 3 will be looking at. In fact, so share new radar na e can phase 2 no na. O share document ni mu na. Radar ne flight control no. Na o phase 3 o. It was phase 3 o share document ni mu. Phase 3.
Phase 1 dey na ye.
Phase 1 no na dey light. Ye wura John Dramani mama. E dey light e bobo runways no so extended runway no. Said the baby to my 9 operations. And we have never denied that.
And phase 3 no so ye then.
Phase 3 no so we will extend the runway. 3 no. We will further extend the runway. But what they make can say? We will further extend the runway. But phase 2 no na ye part a new terminal no. E no. Ye de signal no. Any radar no so for aside. So and I make sure say o share document in mu and can we phase 2, phase 3 sorry. It's at the end of the day no. Sa nioma we
phase 1 no. Manage iska no. Phase
1 we have never disputed that it was commissioned by John Dramani. I was started Ejiska as in all
the parliament loan agreement no.
It was under John Dramani Mahama.
Na phase 2 no.
The approval is under 2018 under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. No two ways about that.
Nya abotre na musu hagene. Sika dey phase 2 no. Parliament ben na loan agreement no.
They are
2018
Nana Addo Dankwa's parliament. This parliament.
And phase 1 no. Mahama pension no so sika no.
Yes.
And phase 2 no. Nana Addo koko phase
approval no ba Nana Addo Dankwa.
Me try say. One hwehwe sika no for phase 2 no.
Sika na one call share sika na di AC terminal. No. The call share sika na di approval no ever at the time. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
The loan agreement.
Yes, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
On call share sika.
Yes. Say you no call share sika na ka approval na you no mind. It is at the end of the day say una call share. Na say una call share. Na e dey come make a one. What are you telling me? At the end of the day, the document reps le quota. I say why? A bachelor say 2018. 2018 one and never been. Time ben they are suburb from a project and I say 2018 Korea.
The Musa one say.
I think I have answered that. I think I have answered that. So for me, what is important even more is our pathway forward. You need can kono. At the end of the day, you need
to say NDC for anybody to say phase 2 no. And I don't pay scam.
Minya say NDC beja tum. Say NDC engine tum. Me me fa me koton ade wo airport ho. Me a airport ni yesi ni nya adwuma me nya headpan so ai. Me plane be si a me si afuru mete akwa about to Kumasi. Sa NDC gin oje tum no me de na yema me. What does it do to me? There me from who yes say me menya airport aiden afem. At the end of the day, there oyema me hu ye in the last 7 years and I me de koto aba.
It is said Tamamoto way. Presently abai no edi ho dwuma no. Ye koto aba December. Na sa abai the party na nsa mabiem. Na another party ba. No because say the pension my baby we are commission Tamamoto way. It mean I'm a year we accept it.
So this is a very fine question. And in my line of politicking, I have said that one of the problems I will be before a war, the attempt say when we when we don't learn how to look at the matter. Because obefa scale no debi no na MPP start be NDC be Ochine bi so be for no NDC start be MPP wie. If you don't look at the matter and it's send you now ka say obe ka bomu sa obeye trofo ochine obeka A ochine bi beka B. It for me the bia me ka say yen hwe asem no the situation on the ground. Ye wi ade o deserve credit bia yen fa nyeden. Yen fa ma no. Say ene ya start Tamamoto we. Ye gusu ye. Ochine bi say yen wie na say bi nyame mfa sa ama. Na omansa tekwa na chibio na kodi joma ama ho a na se joma ama be wi a what is relevant for us see e be hwe de obi aye ne de ne credit ide ama no. A typical example is Sofola interchange. It has taken 3 governments or 3 different groups Yerakofo and it started our project. We all saw it. Obi ade nani hu se was start Yewra Atamils buy any John Dramani Mahama buy one be ye bi. But for me 8 years it it has taken another Dankwa Akufo-Addo to finish it. At this point, what is my honest view? My honest view is that Edu Bokwa. It has taken another Dankwa Akufo-Addo to come to complete it. One, my only American is no.
Let's repeat what you said.
ADAKABRI
to finish it.
That
is inaccurate.
ADAKABRI. You see, meba argument. Mami ma explanation. Labi,
you won't do that.
No, mami kaza.
Train musamunya sade munyai.
No, this is not fair. The moment you say you are speaking as though
Labi.
Change that one, Mr. Seseno. At least for the respect I have for you and you have for me. Seseno.
Labi, see me.
Seseno, Mr. Any day one.
Ejuma we ame ye no. Immediately obi betina wanim. Oka asem na as host. We yes obempe. No aso no say bia no. Atela ho. All that I want you to note ne say. Mom level na maduro no. Munyina mu magana. Enti bi what kan kasa bi. O say ade na ye ne hia me. Na nya de o complete ye. Na akoya so obi ye bibi wanwie ne we aba no wie. Kasa ne bia magana. Wati? On so can you na me bem no na wo sesa no it has taken another to complete it to attempt to finish to want to finish it. It meant to say you knew say you wie but you didn't know say mebusa wo nti mom nyina mo magana. Go ahead me kusu.
First of all, I also Mijidi said you kind onye boni bia. You've said what is right. But e bia nka unya sima kro ananka wan prejudice me anka beti de make no. Me kasem no me say ebia de na me be kan to say ebia na ebia me kasa no na ebia manka anchirem yi. But I have never said anywhere. In fact, hear me, who follow me very well, you realize that I have always said that it is taking another Dankwa Akufo-Addo to complete it. It's ebia tunu number yi. But this is my problem. Ye betina wanim ni yesua. Sebi enye say yensu ye ni adwen de timedi adwuma. You have every right as yenu apanyi to correct us and guide us. But never let it look like so yes you be ana ye de ni adwen de give us our flowers and give us our bottles. The year enye no judge us according to say yen ya yem fonso no ye na yen so no boy abaso say yen ya ade no enye obi na train obi na enye obi na chiro obi so obi na train obi kura ye me fonso a me mare den maye enfa credit no for some fonso no enfa responsibility no obi chastise me for me fonso give me credit for me boss my boss. And you make us say bianca we no tie me kakranka bo se ka me be correct me ho aka say oh then samanka sa it is an error on my part. Me da say
me kakra ka me be correct me ho. Me da say I take you for an intelligent person. Now across board no momo level na moduro no we are very very intelligent. Until and no maybe a twam nura no mamonye bi.
And no there so what tie me ka say me and if you followed my trajectory on every media house I've been and every time where it is wrong, me, I've sat on this same place to condemn the power situation. I have always said that, Sekoyo and Koyo, any particulars, on my page any particulars, on my form call any particulars, echo from echo bia. And for me, like I'm saying, as I'm not making here, so for like interchange. Oh, shep, baby, we are the dying members of the project. Obi engineer Biakofo Obi say. We've crossed 95 because you do a Buakwa filling station at your cinema. So, in fact, but once you've not handed over, I agree with you. Say, you still have work to do, and the contractor is still on site.
The more important point you made was why should it take so many governments?
Yes, so maybe so that is where Mimi worry. Say it has taken from President Kofo to Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for the project to get wherever it has gotten to, and that is wrong. But when no sebasi senior the abasobo and I dem fonso biama yentimi nyi yewura kofo mfrim, and it will also be unfair to anybody to take yewura Atamo Sene John Dramani Mahama out, and it will also be unfair to take President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo out. It all of them deserve their flowers. Now so yeba ni ye assess ye ebinu benya flowers ayden achembi. It is off Kumasi Airport at Suya. Whereas I believe very well say it will be unfair to anybody. Say former President John Mahama a free equation. No. But the flowers, the majority and bunch of the flowers will go to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Simplicity. Because phase 1, phase 1 load of work. We phase 2, ni phase 3 load of work. Loan agreement. You did another attempts to Ajibosa Baby. No. Airport way, Kumasi Airport way, Esikane Kasabosiano. It is the thing na Kasa Papa na Ajibosa Baby near their bonechi. Nemo meba Juma Sabosiana diaba, yes, Wodia. Because Obinya Sani Swadi home. Kumasi as an international airport, the dream starts days back to President Kufuor, and we are all aware of it. The dream or the set of some poor acquisition days back. And in fact, Ujai Krampa, me show some Kufuor document about say the original conception in 1960s. Krampo chair said, "Na you hope say one day you will do international airport." If development is side by side, ne ekasi be hwemu yia, yin ne benya asumdwe. E-block is an example. Me matena ha take credit for 33 E-block schools. Yen ban ya complete. But E-block concept in start free John Dramani Mahama. Me boa. Owie 29. Yen ba ye 33. It is not wrong to give him his 29 credit, but it is also not wrong say me so make say na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo aya there because oba complete 33. It is also not wrong say make say I believe say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo strategy of expanding schools, existing schools, sometimes works better than building new schools in far lands. Because oko kumpese na oko awaso model school na yesiesi wona and oko friend is saying Kofio akrodie e dey esi ukọ school na esi wona menu apenyi. It can build not less than 5 of E-block schools. Udu ahantaman girlsa science lab was CI. Yes, makoma 6. For me, Ubusami say, what is your strategy? Obi Betanaka say, school do not send MPPSC, school do not send NDCSC. I do not look at development from that. I want to look at the impact. Say ukosi school ba akono. Na mimi sa school ba akono. Mimi dia ko so ebi school da demu. Na ma page mu abemu a. What say why are they check me because we see a brand new school? That is nothing. That is untenable for me. It makes very little logic to me, in my deepest understanding. It's for me, development in a holistic. And that is why I have always said that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vision for this country is the best. Why do I say that? Say, Utiemana, offer development, not in piecemeal, say, MPP NDC keke. Offer say, Omaya ye chichiri. Then you bet in the next 5-10 years, ebe boye. Then yeah, a bit yama mueding a b. And yet an encointio. A typical example, his proposal for mining. Or share his proposal now we'll put it forward for mining. Or say, let's bring all our small scale miners together. Let's divide our plans into 3. Plan 1, immediate. Plan 2, medium. And plan 3, long term. What does plan 1 say? Plan 1 says that Obia we small scale mining biabra. Register with the Small Scale Mining Association. Let us sit down and restructure our concessions. Ye maunjaye obeye. Ba wo ye nso ma yifri nso. Ye ma concession for free ni nso. Now honto. We are now it should be within a regulatory framework where concession nina is owned by us. What is the medium term papa yike? Papa na say omo ye nina we should start a training program, a capacity building program for all of them. Upo. So small scale mining I see the capacity building program na say. Now least unya intiasie on the impact of this mining on our communities. Or you say 3 or say yen TV school say yen fa small scale and artisanal mining enka omo curriculum ho. Say the beya obi a oko school no ebetimi esua small scale mining esuamu yi. The difference is that man yi atena say why part of the system. As much as he's the vice president, he was not the man in charge. There's a difference. As much as or admit to say he is also a part of the problem and the successes, he believes that there could be a pathway that is carved that is different. And this is his suggestion. It's instead of CSC excavators, near she bulldozers, I didn't see. This is his plan. Or we or say, even on the concept of education, and he found on money. Yeko in education. O share the yaye nanubi. na ohwe de ye pese ye na ochena na ohwe de wiase amanya edi kan na de no won ye o se ye obi be friend of fourth industrial revolution say ye po ye mpew wiase say IT na ne kurum adwuma hodo a IT ne de ma nkrofo ne sika de ma nkrofo no e won anim pa nti papa ne suggestion o de ba nyina ye simple ye mbi education nim ye biemu a one ye hwe say robotics any STEM any normal e de abefo computer ye no ye be bie mama obia asua de ani bi se de be enne enye mama ya taba pe nim computer mu ne be wie na ntema nsan so ban so ye den enim computer mu. We should prioritize the concept of STEM, TVET, robotics and AI. Na sema okenye nani na yentimi make sure say e bedu 5 years bi no na yen education no ene abrochie die no ayepe obi o say enuanom mo amudidwa ohwe na na okohia enuanom mazi for ne wo sunyane artisancy o say adinti ni yen create a system e be ma won anya easy access to funding onko ade na be ma onwa asumadwo at the end of the day eboa won a woton spare parts. Yeah. Now let's look at what is he saying when it comes to taxes? Or say, in the year of our Lord 2025, let us grant an amnesty tax. Emma wa awarded the etwo kenti amu ntimintua nti ye dwedi ni ukan bebrebe ama da ni hunhuna da osoma untimi nkotua oka or say yentwa ni nyina mu. I think people don't understand this. Eya me say ya na ye ntiase. Share or my your option back up, either to go forward or go back. Go back to NDC. No. What we have as a responsibility is to look at the proposal put forward by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said tax amnesty it is workable. Say obi deka bebre na ama enunti ontimi ntuane to a to da e ha no. Instead the started from a clean slate. This has happened in so many countries. And mind bebre wodi kan ko wonin waye bi waye no so abom so that obi aba start o clean slate adwadifo ensemomo party ni ade ebe bo adwadifo ni. And for me who comes from an educational background, I am particularly happy with his plan for education. Plan or what say education e o mayemu e be biem near the IT ni STEM e gene finfin no. I am particularly happy. But ni nyina mu no bia we business bia no, you can listen to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and know that his plan is anchored on a 24 any ankra enutina the tax amnesty no mejidi se beboaye no enutina ne ni suade hu o wo se obe build a system or a fund that will support minerals development fund and no kan yi owia artisans one fund e bebo mu anya foto akoji mu bisia dia show won adwuma mu no enu so hu hia etu ye dwedidi na wotie mi a. This is the only way we can move Ghana forward. The only way we can move Ghana forward, they say, ye nimna ye kone because wakwa. Now, at the end of the day, ye the implementation and plans are, it touches growth of trade and commerce in this country. Because minia, outside everything, commoning in any year, how a 24 hubeton, nebema, jumedi akoso or my wim. And that is where we are going to as a country. And see, for me, isi asemno and all of that, I believe that it is okay that we discuss our democracy. I believe it is okay that we spot the wrongs.
How do you take in this issue of EC at the registration level? No, yenya accurate figures. Now, at the highest level, no, nipa all manage dashboard, no, a bit change figures. What does it tell us?
Minya, I think it's for me, after listening to you started registration, I'm coming first. You started registration. I was one of the first people who felt that the EC should set up, and I didn't hide from saying it. Me makasa me nye ECPRO da. I will never be the ECPRO. My reason is simple. The pension say, "Oh, government who defend the EC, who co-opposition and now boy EC." I think it is wrong. It must stop. It is a EC near bibi na nya. We should look in the EC's face and tell the EC, "Adia we enye, or a referee, or me coach." EC is not the chairman of NPP. It is where bibi na nya. We won't be afraid to say it. Na the moma ya na enye ye say we bastardize it and create mountains out of plain lands. What am I saying? Jamaican say, I believe that the error of dashboard, no, it is an error, and that is how it must be treated. No justification whatsoever. And yet, figures no post and creating. And yet, it's simple as that. Nobody should attempt to justify it. Say no. Say, and yet it is wrong. It does not favor MPP. It does not favor NDC. There is no scientific proof. Say, sir, I didn't know go on na in creating. I become MPP. Who become crumble no na justify it. My worry is that we should not make it look as if say Enutigana Beshi. And then me worry. Let us correct them. But let us not paint a picture say Ochina Ghana Bebo. Because we have seen worse mistakes. Ghana Ambo. You see the real problem is no. Many other cabri to can call round. We won't for mugu pick up. I do more rounds. Me personally, I don't want to talk about some of the things I've observed. Yes, me MPP need me attack just in this. But maybe there was a pickup in Kregum. You could register, and some of them you could clearly say these are minors. Should there a TV? Says Suna Francois. Terrible. See, I've loaded and underage for na MP edianimu. Yes, how? You know what I'm saying, Ambe?
MP Bay.
But your main person, body, a police for your moon, I would want them to keep it at that. Now, I'm quite my prejudicial. But at the end of the day, I think say the real problem is some grana woni you do a good just because of me. Young Crawford, you don't know good. Come near Quack register. It will come back to hunters. And we are a young person out team. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to you as a young man too. There is no rush. And then the MPP, the NDC now, me, I believe that the MPP is the best way to solve Ghana's problem, and I've always said that. But let no politician deceive you to go and register if you're a minor. It won't help you. It won't help us because next, you go back there, you'll be arrested. Meaning, what the SO Eastern region now? Yachi papa ne mana. On the couple there, or course, after he realized that his kids are minors. Or coco register almost yachi. Do tell me now. You're just setting yourself up. Me pani bien for ungubas munko register if you are not 18 because it won't help you. And when I'm a person, many opinion, because that is what is killing our democracy. Minute, are we seeing mistakes in arithmetic? Haven't we made such mistakes before in letters? I'm not saying it is right to make. Let us condemn it, but let us not hinge the progress and peaceful coordination of this election on the fact that some people have made errors arithmetically, because that is our job. Anything a young party for okay, after the first day, even PPP elections director, he came out clearly to say that he's not happy with the way EC conducted the first day because there were places material as crying and contempt. Maybe places are money time. There were places that normal collate. We must, in a unanimous manner, a unified front, correct the EC in a corrective mode, not in a destructive mode. That is what we must do. Correcting the EC is not wrong. But correcting the EC in a destructive mode will come back to hunters. Because elections, whether MPP or NDC, we is going to be declared. It is open a chair now. How will you do? And I'm not saying see a bonnet chain. You're correcting, but we should do that in a certain circumspective manner, in the remit that would ensure the safeguarding of our democracy. It shouldn't be that Africa's democracy is always on fire. See a beto bia na just a bomb paye wo asumdwe ho. Na just a ya konchire e wo asumdwe ho. No, we have gone past that. We are 32, and one of the things that you do when you are 32 is stability. It doesn't mean you make mistakes. You will make these mistakes, but you need to find stability even when the storms are terrible. And that is what the NDC is doing. The NDC is not helping us in that regard. They are not helping us in that regard. Not even for a single time. The NDC Akache say, you see, this part is right. Even when we all agree on it, they will never say and when they find errors, it is a matter of Ghana Beshi. Ghana and shit. Not because of John Mahama. No. The same John Mahama. No. Same John Mahama who ran Ghana aground. No. Same John Mahama no ma 3 months pay policy. No. Same John Mahama or cancel teacher and nursing training allowance. No. Same John Mahama or cancel free senior school near possible. No. Same John Mahama or cancel so 2 billion on funding free senior school. No.
John Mahama 3 months pay policy na saying.
Okay, I mean chemuncho. Teacher for more appointment letter. No more data it take effect. It imagine say yama appointment letter. Say be 17th November and it take effect. 17th November no akọ adwuma. Yen ni ma dia ye friend back pay okroma say. O start adwuma na salary in be 3 months kwa number. 6 months number. Iti omre so na ba na nka ya kan nyina den abomama. Yet your queen yama nkofo appointment letters on the adwuma. 1 year adwuma no be 11 months. E be a 2 years. Won sika ne baya ni amom 3 months pe. It raised a lot of issues. Oh, demonstration in the other. For me coalitions baby. And when they went, there were 2 school of thought that came from the government then. School of thought 1, essay. Some of them are more children now, more school, I am on my subject or more children. They don't have the right to teach there. And I am on council on such as we say, a bed in so between I can't be there. At here. The second school of thought by was from Setepe, the former finance minister. He says that it is because validation process ni guso ekoso. Eti no sika maaye no. Iti 3 months when e dia mo omo de e ya ban na hu omobo and 1 month 3 months. This was Setepe. Now say he repeated the same thing on Metro. Good morning Ghana. Same thing. Say a validation process no. It's in a 1 year, it's in a check, it's in 1 year 3 months. They are still doing the validation. They were still doing the validation. And that is why they were giving 3 months.
Obi, Isika say 12 months.
The man 3 months.
The man 3 months. No.
Sadly, I can't forget him. I'm a view.
And a teacher unions near day.
Oh, and they sent to call the one here. I'm only one could be a coalition be brave, start say, actual letters be brave or my room. Angusiaga.
Yes, sure.
Oh, Minia. So we say 3 months pay policy, no more correcting it at the one balance, mama on kind. And when Satake was asked this, he said that because of how the process went into the validation by the time it ended, the matter had ended. So for me,
what's say?
Messi,
you will teachers be Ghana ha.
Yes.
That teachers will be a year 12 months.
Yes, you man 3 months.
Because you man 3 months.
Yes.
9 months na can
Yes. If you prove it, I have sat on so many platforms with the NDC and they could never disprove this. So you can disprove it, Minya. It is one of the reasons why the 66,000 coalition almost petition was still hanging on the NDC's neck. I am not. You can call. You can let your producers do the background check. I'm still here. 3 months pay policy will continue to be an albatross on the NDC's neck. It would continue to be an albatross on the NDC's neck. And it is an albatross on the NDC's neck. That people work 11 months, 12 months, and they will pay just 3 months. This I will say anywhere and everywhere because they can't defend it. It was cancelled by the MPP's Matiopoku Prempe. That when somebody is validated, when the person starts work, when you're ready to validate your my man appointment letter. Or start your Jumana within 3 months, I saw validating our money salary started back. So when to me and the back pay man. And I am saying here on authority that 3 months pay policy did not see a reversal under the NDC. And see, if you doubt it, I don't have a problem. It's preposterous. You should doubt it because that long near into that is the record and legacy of John Dramani Mahama. Until you can do the background check. And if you, when we are done, I'll also prove to you that this is the albatross and legacy of John Dramani Mahama. There's no 2 ways about that. 2 school of thoughts came. And when you call them, that is the explanation they will give you. They will not tell you that they pay them back. No. And that is why it was called 3 months pay policy. Becoming. It's mean, I think, say, what I'm trying to talk to every young person here about and say, oh, you're a young person, I know you're baby now, Timia. That's why NDC. It is not wrong to push your political agenda. Because why you there? But me mo be on that down. and can't you say tambo tam sekan na for twa obi because of John Dramani Mahama, because John Mahama na mo kan one sem former president ye hu ni da dada no nothing has changed until he's able to tell us that okay, this has changed. I have moved away from this, I have moved away from that. We cannot trust this country into his hands, and that is the focus that I want everybody to get. At the end of the day, the record of the person now, it is nothing to write home about. A record of a poor economic run without any international review. IMF. A running on my way, she was a bram. Teacher folk a bread. One you bread. Now compare to the record of the MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. At the end of the day, you have a record that is intact and yet perfect, but at least you compare sector by sector, road, health, and every other sector, you realize that it is not a record that you compare in the first place.
Okay. And now you say teacher unions.
No problem.
Na ibusa womo. Teachers who were owed say 12 months were paid 3 months, and say the outstanding 9 months no, they were not paid. And in such instance, what did the teacher unions do about it? Na yentie de omubeka e de achire yen.
Okay.
Say obi a waye adwuma ma the government of Ghana. Na yebeka say aye adwuma 12 months. Na yetua naka ye validation. Validation aye no. Yetua no say 3 months. Once we go through the validation.
No problem.
Na kubase. Angel Kabonu is the president of the National Association of Ghana Teachers, NAGRAT. Yene no entwe enkomo ekakra. President Kabonu, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
President, what is saying?
Boko, long time.
Certainly. Say, teacher front, this time baby is smooth and can say. Right.
Money the true senior journalist, no. You are the true senior journalist. Because I knew the time you started from all those days when I was regional chairman up till now. Yes, so you are the true senior journalist.
Yes, and I also recall when NAGRAT started, and then small. Now NAGRAT has become a huge NAGRAT.
Yes, by the grace of God and your compliment.
Yes, and then I recall the education minister, then Papa Uswankama.
That's right.
And what must have happened that NAGRAT came about?
Yes.
Oh, you have fought, and you fought a good fight.
Thank you
Right.
for the Mother Ghana.
Yes. Now there is this narrative that political activists mention that there was this government of Ghana whom teachers had worked say 12 months. They were owed 12 months, and there's a 3 months policy. You are paid 3 months.
Hello?
Can you, President? Can you hear me?
The line went off briefly.
Okay, forgive us.
Yeah.
This narrative about a supposed 3 months validation policy, where teachers who must have worked say 12 months were paid 3 months, and subsequently were never paid the outstanding 9 months, and the teacher unions looked elsewhere and never agitated for payment of such teachers. Can you tell us what you know about that?
Yes, ADAKABRI, it is not true that the teachers look elsewhere. If you remember, at that time we were all converged at Mensvik when documents of teachers who complain about being affected by the 3 month policy were brought for validation. From all the 10 regions then at that time, we stayed at Mensvik Hotel for over 2 weeks. From Mensvik Hotel, we moved to the NAT regional secretariat at Seshinugwa. And then from there, we moved to Elmina. After the validation, a lot of people who were validated were paid. But let me quickly indicate that there were also some other people who were affected by the policy who also were not paid. But a lot of people who were validated, and in the validation, a lot of wrong documentation, false documentation, problems with certification were also identified. So those people who had problems, and then also an attempt to do a backdating by certain people also were all identified. So, like I said, there could also be genuine teachers who were not compensated through the validation, but a lot of people who were validated and passed. And the lead group of the validation was the audit service, but that validation was done under the auspices of the audit service.
President ADAKABRI, we thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Right. Yemi phone line kakra na yenuanum so wo fie say 32 years eko na chire nie na ya de benea ya democracy do amamu no ne besi ne ya da won kontokwa efa registration ho ana na subetwa da ben bet me afrayin 0302 24 3540 03 02 24 3540 and 03 02 25 7902 03 02 25 7902 na yentie de ososo erebeba. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Aja Frosen.
Ojo mi din di Papa Bisi.
Papa Bisi o mi yentie we.
Adabraka, it's been a while that my castle radio so. Though I spoke about, I think last week there or so, but we're not on the radio. I mean, can you be in trouble, ADAKABRI? MP4, almost a copy, and that's how Ghanaians voted into it, and they voted your mama out. Tell the guy at the studio, say, I confuse some now 2016. We are no more in 2016. We are in 2024, where their party is running. National Cathedral, is he happy about it? Where so much money was sunk there that Ghana cannot even buy dialysis machine at some of the hospitals like Olebu. People are dying. Kidney patients are dying on that Nanado Baumia government. Yet it's so. That's what they said. 2016. Accommodate. Under Nanado's regime, the worst is happening. We can't even eat a day. It's 3 square meals a day. What is the guy talking about? That over $12 million in Japan. What do you call it deal? Is he happy about it? Mackenzie, $18.5 million judgment that they paid to them. Is he happy about it? Let's talk about SML. What is he talking about? Cecilia Dapa? See the amount of money that was found over there. A minister of sanitation. I think we are joking here. The shameless aspect of it all. Baumia will go to certain places promising them, hospitals at Shama. They are still waiting for the Shama. Shama people are waiting for their hospital. You understand what I'm saying? Look, ADAKABRI, to be frank with you, this time around, we'll not sit down for these people to be fooling us again. No. The only thing they'll be talking about free SHS. We started the free SHS with their students. By what do you call it? Progressive free. And we thought that when we come to power the following year, we'll start with the borders. Please, I don't have much to say.
Okay, thank you so much. 0302 24 3540. Good afternoon.
Hello, Mahmoud.
Ajay Frost saying. Zakuyete, me and Tiway.
Yes, sir. We are still not journalists in Ghana. We are new. Now, about your aya, clergy's form way, Christian council way, this council way. Non person be to a Ghana and answer day. But especially James on centers of bread. Now, I can't say, during your one, on the same kind of them one as a day. Mahmoud, about your Ghana, your bread or go for you. And about me. Money for member to is Ghana cry, yes, I go for the breed. So I did not know you. Only a copy of every beer of Nadio Ghana. Only you Ghana, if I shall a celebrate. On to Uncle, on for Bomenco, and you had JM, no best saving Ghana for. Now, Mahmoud, you have bread too much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they was say 03 02 25 79 02. Good afternoon. Yamina dum kuntu.
ADAKABRI only kuntu blanks in 50 kuntu blanks in Madina.
Yinte way.
ADAKABRI aya me just ende. Kabonu abaka say enya ne kure. Say teachers there watch at the 9 months here to on 3 months. Aya me just ende for pia ba be ka de me chanja ADAKABRI be papa pay. Am for pia ba be dance enya ne kure ADAKABRI because mama of teacher. There is no way or started 2015. They don't know if I think that you will throw a car or charge in 9 months, you can a car to the man. Or quite not to tell Crafty. There's no fear, you want to say, Aquato, Upper East. I was Nakoto. How I saw bow. But yet to say 2 years on what in. And sure, I'm with better gun of pussy. Teachers to charge in 9 months, you throw a customer over Papa Swallow. Let's watch it, officials of ADAKABRI. Also, that's my canoe. And true, I would be a gun of football against Muhammad, and then move by a much of my food. Marcus, and people who are more to a book, more for which much for my food. Most of them, what for one, papa, ADAKABRI. No one can identify 2 years. I don't want to put ADAKABRI empty to fool. Empty to fool, I don't want to start no picture Martina. Ah, yeah, ready to check them. The Madina and this empty in a to here. But one bar, nay, I come as I say, you are. It's the one who to buy. That's what to make it there, what to make it a what the one share, what it is to Nigeria, and to move before us, with the Mobwa, and to other Christians who lose in
thank you. 03 02 24 35 40. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer.
What is it?
Welcome to say.
I don't catch me where.
Papa. Any of my power, Adiama despite media group.
Quite unfortunate. It's any power, say. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
At your frost and panini. You never watch me in tea way.
Oh, ADAKABRI, you might be old boy, you know, papa. It's here one year, yes. I didn't go for my also don't put you there. And the Wakuma Super. Now, in France, check a Sema on Nabola Kuduchi Mati. Incoming president. They say, ADAKABRI, what's about can say? They say, introducing a bay ya. NDC MP Pinin America to Yabika. Just a gun of one now carbon. Where the independent candidate about. Not NDC MP Pino Yadu. If you say, one to my own dead. So, one to my own dead might say, to that was 8 years. Or qua, none in young Quaba. Bonio baby, and whoever no Akatasu. Not gun of one at Ebusobre. The gun of one left the Kabum. Not say, yeah, you say, the abandon my independent. Because that's 2 years. NDC are first 16. NDC are first 16. You have to watch out one more president.
Right. 0302 243540. 32 years and the democracy the atwam na registration ya da ho ko ho ntokwa, especially limited registration na. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, me ADAKABRI.
Evans want to say.
Ya me ada Roma. Me ra na also
What the other room yet is money be any akwam.
yo onya ministry awo no onye okese. Ofa as of mine no de wo mududu. Politicians no wo mumma yenya aso. Asemu ana woken ye wo kromu ha teachers asemu ana woken. Ye na ya te say teacher for ye adwuma ye ntua omka. Na NDC ni a omo ye no obeka say omo anwi ni abawi. Aba no kra ye nto emu achiche post. Na 2020 mu lose mu katre mu supporters system mu anwi na omo hye ties ne ade wo krom. Osai enyo kun ni amu ye no Ghana for na bekwa akoto aba. Obi aso aba ye one vote. Nti mamu nye mu ho se mu anwi ni aba na bi. Ye wo manhim ne course ye hu. President Mama Sabi wedi president da. Ye ni ne course. Wo mu ka se ye no kura ni MPs eje double pay wo manhim. Na MPP 24 ana ye de ye mu no. Mwantimi anka ho hwe. Omaya ye timira kabru opening this sika. Yes, causing financial loss. Obi ko 2 banti a 20 Ghana dia. Eno ye stealing. Omu hwe ni ye depending kokota. Enfie nwotwe. Onu tumi ka se judge we mempe no. Na ye nkwala no de ye asem. O ka se odi bem kra. Yes, ko remind. Na me 2 mrantie wo omanyimfo. Se mu ko di politicians echi me ye praw. ADAKABRI obeka ya asem fufuro oyare. Ona na ohwe no owu ye mekwaye ni bi NDC panin ba kumpansi wo me yiri wu ye let's say am de koma MPP panin fo obie ni wo kasa me ho nti me de me fa me ho adwen me nua no akaso mo fa me ho adwen na politicians omu nia de wo ho a eno de ekwan bi aso no ombe convince wo na omu nya wi a na omu ato atwe me wa ni ya me nya dwu
Amen kan ho ba bia wo bia 0302 2579 02. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your first name?
That's from James, the Casa Free Doing.
You offer me into your way.
Of ADAKABRI, a phone to say.
And Yamiado me way.
That I go after. You say, I near my cost or MPP, NDC, add a song. But then, if your man penny, got the minimum, will be the idea 8 years, no, not for Rabba. Na sese ye current mantalina o siso otumko gina baabi kato na the party matiri mu se wono de on hande over emma obi a watu no ne ade na we no hwa sade ntokwa na beba o because obi a wo abro no on na ma on san amro ni bi eno kra no o yasa ni pakro yasa akra na sabe oni mi yanza ana na hwanya de no enti yesre MPP for no and yet by force, you are breaking the 8 now. So I'm breaking any argument because I'm near my own and deserve on the breaking 8. ADAKABRI, I mean, argument.
Amen count 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And you patch your first name?
I'm Pacho Kwame Adomboatini.
Ame, Wadaruma, Mienti away.
You were fine, Uncle Ponchero. Share on the producers. Offer. Near Consul KKK in I share politicians, political party, MPP, NDC. Manka, she said, you say new easy bossy. Anka. Nia Yamami Charlotte, I say, yeah. I face Uncle no Bissia Ephraim, not Nejuma Diamono, and ya easy bossa, and Caribe who said was senior a dear Ephraim, the predecessor mistakes mo. Now, so, yes, I say, a homasoni a hand tiny tintia. Na NDC for Omonia after above for a bit of mobile minor. Omo ye nyamadi na enkoyi na so aban we na nado aban any easy boss yi omo mistakes ni ahomaso ni ahantan ni ambu ade ni ama omo ye na eburo NDC for there enti nyɛ pɛ sɛ yɛka kyerɛ Charlotte Madam Jimensa ne sɛ ɔhwɛ ne yie na sɛ aban a ɛte so MPP ɛna appointee wɔ a Ghana ɛnyɛ MPP for deɛ ɛna nyɛ Jimensa deɛ enti ɔhwɛ sɛ 2020 aba ɛbɛto no emu bɛyɛ pefee emu yɛ pefee a ne obɛwin ne no ɔman no yɛbɛte yɛn ho aseɛ na sɛ anyɛ pefee deɛ a na sɛ isi bɔɔl so ɔbɛyɛ katasoma mu aso deɛ a ɛnti ɔnhwɛ ne yie na Ghana ammɔ wɔne mbere so meda ase wɔfa Nyankopɔn
yɛde wase yɛmfa final call and yɛmmra back to the studios. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mahmoud Adakabri.
At your first
saying, and there you
are.
Mensu Eben Fabenya. The son had so papa. It's mestre. Ubi anyashi, Munsu and Sota, Modi Bola, Eko so Munda Sai. Na mestre, Ghana for Esu answer. Omaso John Mahama, no Mufu John Mama, Modi or born. John Mahama, MPP for ni Nanado, Yaman chance no good soon now, economy ye. Not John Mahama. We had 368 pesos and now $1. And then you go for Odada for Omampeni another about 2 years. So, name Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Dr. Nanado my FCS on the abandoned economy, I would never want any there. Into a far Baumia, Dr. Baumia Buono, and the dollar needs to be the annual is you. And now we have 15 Ghana cities and so $1. Into Ghana for next Remo. Ebe na eka zafi kwabinye into MPP for amunya hwe omo buy some the Ghana krono na nado ma yeti afete oba fati corruption and not principle Adakabri Mahmoud nyem me say yawo sani na nado kan en na we disinana na nado amam penifo ni en Professor Adai Krapaka say na nado the worst ever Onobo Alamisi Martin Amidu actually na nado ye the mother serpent of all corruption into Enfahunia Jim Adukwe Mensa Beye. You see, MPP Nanado, I'm one through him. Ubetinya Masaji figures, their registration. You see, Ghana Benyan is second independence. Benyan is found yet to be not to Umpo. Yet the pride of elephant nature. Adakabri, what you do myself? Elephant, above Rawa Former, or Sanyama. But NDC is what the Basham de la Media estimate is of. Talk us here. It's Ghana for years and from so on. The control Obama by Obama, Nanado the Tertium. It's about making sure that
okay. Back to the studios and Dennis Apia Labi of the New Patriotic Party. In fact, Enipa Miensa and Yatro Yensa Efre Womo. Lawyer Apia Dankwa of the Movement for Change, Afra Franto. Lawyer send a message back. Say Bibi Ajena ADAKABRI and into Australia. Say wontimi enru hase on time na opacho. Then also Adel Umar of the National Democratic Congress or not ye yetunsa freno wa ma yemuaye bia ya ntise osibia bibi na asanka no ba no ama eno ene be ne koye say Dennis Apia Labi of the New Patriotic Party ono nko abetena ha ena all kan asem e ba ne say ya say the adwumanicity no mejina chinyi bebre a na makogye sabiaku ta remfu atome ho so say ono kanasem na wuni aso anka bi a ye kato aban bi so ana ye kato party so no wo beba na so abeyi ho ano no wo wa ma me yi ho ano na nyem na me be yesa adwuma ne de amamo enu nti ana abanti no ada o ma sa wo ma fa ni die ma panel no bi producer Kwadwo Damiado Kwadwo ibusa no next time obi ma memfre no ema enkwankwo kaya mo wire mu se ya ne nipa ba akopa bi netia ene ya ma no kwan ene ye kasa misra mo nhya no so na obia nkasa nkyere na chitafo unim se wo ma enye nto ho so beba obi bi sankan no ama kire se bintimi ma ebia na alternative eye bibi o hwa ebetimi aye onyankropo twedi ampon wonka Adel Umar of the New National Democratic Congress osunu eye echine ye kakraka no wonka ho right. Final comments, Apia Labi.
I think, sir, when I angel Gasano, now I was hoping San Kabibusan say, year bang, and that's our payment. Now the Tosubium soon cat. Angel Bemo, the numbers, Sanko can ye na nka me masem kwa hu ya sanka me den. Nka meka. Anka etie for better the inti America say. It is difficult for the NDC to respond to the 3 months pay policy because this story me de chire we 22nd January 2018 voter region consent teachers asma no mo ka chire na na do dan kwa ban say the arrears no that dan ontua it in America say if you had asked him the year mensvik ADC any the numbers anka be ma min kasakra anka tie for better ase but like I mentioned, the teachers had to still write to Nana Danga Kufado government. And I showed you the story. Okay.
It's the story I walk on. City 97.3 FM. Government must clear 3 months salary policy arrears.
2018.
Voter CCT on January 22, 2018. And also the coalition of concerned teachers in the voter region is calling on the government to expedite action in clearing the arrears of all teachers who were affected 3 months pay policy by end of January or face the wrath of teachers across the country. What you saying?
It is all can say in 2018 I can't be that way. I can't go home.
And no can say about
it. Or face the wrath of the teachers.
And me catch that will say ya teacher ni bi sika na teacher union for ye din.
No, me catch you clearly. No, me opinion. I never said he is a teacher for ye din. I never.
The teacher union for no.
I never said it. In fact, I even
the woman say. The woman say. Utie Angel Kabonua. Nipa bebre omo the fake certificates omo the way I don't know kofa validation ni nyina ba
me fa unko achiri me fa unko achiri
oh yapon
me say be ma
yapon na mo ntwa so
de no let's give clarity kaka on this one 32,000 na etu am kan omo nyina fake certificate
me say
oh no
e die ntine ye validation
it are we saying say 104 million na editu 32,000 teachers no say nipa fake certificate
why na editu am ka
we paid by 2020 year 104 million.
So I don't one can say. Yeah, but also I can be rather than who can say. Yeah,
ADAKABRI. Who is me here?
Oh, young man, Bimpesa.
Oh no, this is not fair. The way who is rejecting me? Young man, Bimpesa. No, it's really not fair.
And trouble can say. What see you here? Because 3 months. The kind of don't do that.
Why
Medase. Japon. Abramo ye na ba beto aso. Japon.
O frɛ ba nkwa wi o so ama.
List ni nie. Enioma beto to dia me baba no ho ade no. Hwem so betumi a. Asew. Na obeka. Ya